So guys, we got this, I think it's a 98 Blazer. I think it's a 98. It's so let's see, 96. Okay, so 96 Blazer, and they said it dies overnight. And they brought it, parked it in the swampland, and nothing. It doesn't even read any volts. So what I'm gonna do is pop this hood. That's surprising, it popped every time I get one of these S10s in. Hood never wants to pop. So let's look at our battery. Terminals feel tight. I don't know how old the battery is, but it doesn't look that old. So guess we can real quick check to see if it has any charge. See what we actually dropped down to. Let's see. So while this is turning on, I'll get my jumper cables out. Let's see. Okay, let's turn that battery later on. Let's see. I just bought a tripod, so hopefully that'll be here like this week or something, and then I won't have to carry the camera around. What I really need is a drone. Let's see. There we go, got that one. Let's get the other side. I think this might have been jump started a lot by the fact that that rubber is all chewed up. There we go. You know what, I might have to go this way. Let's go this way. Hopefully this will reach my truck. Oh God. I have to get real close back here. So I have to have that back spooted up yet. I have to return a set of leaf springs I bought for my truck. Apparently my truck has modified leaf springs and nobody knew it until I bought ones that were supposed to be on the truck and became a lowrider. The bumper was below my knee. Should be able to go right on my clamps, I would think. Let's see, close this. It's not done starting up. There we go. Digital multimeter, volts DC. Okay, that is insanely low. 1 volt. Well, you know what? I wonder if we can reach the truck. Let's go over the mirror. Watch us be like a couple inches too short. Really? Well, we might make it. Let me set you guys down real quick. I gotta move the truck back. Let's move this back. There we go. That was really far back. And now the green gauge will tell us how much current flows in this battery. Do we really have no current flow to the battery? Did the cable come off? We have 14. I wonder if maybe we have like a corroded connection or one that That's crazy, guys. No current flow? Close my doors. Huh. Hey guys, we don't have any current flow coming out of this battery. I just turned everything off, and 0.9 amps is usually normal. Guess we can just let it sit here and charge, and then we'll come back to it. See if it starts taking a charge. See if everything lights up in here. Yeah, there we go. Probably should have did that quicker. Yeah, see, now we got 10 amps getting drawn. So I wonder if this battery is completely shot. I'll just let it sit here for a little bit. We'll see if it goes up. Yeah, it's pulling 3 amps now because I woke everything up. So, probably come back in like 15 minutes. So guys, we're charging at 25 amps, which is pretty good. It's been probably half an hour, if not more, since before. Got 14.1 volts coming out the back. See what we got over here. Got 13.7. So it's taking a charge. I think what I'm going to do is try to start this real quick. Let's see if we can ruin my scope leads. Let's see if this is tight. Okay, everything looks tight. So we'll start this up. And we'll move it over. And we'll put the battery charger on it. Boom, started right up. I don't know why people always park the truck over here. It's charging almost 15 volts. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna move this over. I'll throw a charger on and I'll come back to it later. So guys, I put the truck on the battery charger. Charging at like 30 amps. So hopefully in a couple hours this will be fully charged and then we could test. Hoping that we can use like maybe the thermal camera and see if we can see what's actually draining this battery down. But we need to get it fully charged before we do any real testing. Must be a pretty big draw if it's draining down overnight, unless they're not fully charging it. So we'll go from there. So guys, I did a little bit of testing off camera. I had my battery charger off. I disconnected the cable. I went around with thermal camera. I didn't see any issues back here with these relays. The engine's still a little warm from when I moved it like 2 hours ago. But I came in here, got my high-tech 4-pin depressing tool, came over the fuses. There's nothing. Can't even see the fuses. There's no temperature. So, and that's the only fuse box on this because of how old it is. I was kind of surprised. So I noticed when I came over top of the alternator with this that it looked like the alternator was still warm. Like the engine's still warm down there, but it looked like the alternator was still warm. It was hard to tell, but so what I did was I got our current probes out. This is my high amp clamp. This one's zeroed. See, we see 0 volts down there in the green trace. So if we put this around the battery, see if we can get to this easily. We'll just do it down here. You'll see right around the battery. I wonder if this isn't sensing enough to pick it up. Or maybe we might be around. Let's see. We'll do it up here. We'll go around these. There we go, got it clamped on. You'll see it says -6, so it's because my amp clamp's inverted. Okay, that one might, oh, there we go. So we got 6 amps. Actually I think it's 0.6 amps. So half an amp draw. So if we bring my other one, this one ready. If we clamp this all over top of the alternator. Let's see. This might be a little hard to do. Let's see, we'll do it down here at the fusible link. Here's the fusible link for the for the alternator. Let's do this. There we go. We have 0.7 on the alternator. Why is this not reading now? There we go. So, just with 2 amp clamps, we narrowed it down. I don't know how accurate this one is, a high amp at a low reading, but it's showing 0.7 going to the alternator. See if we can, let's have a plug we can unplug. Yeah, there is one, but I don't know if we can get to it. Yeah, I don't know if I can get in there to unplug that. Let me get a tool real quick. We'll try to unplug this. See if our current draw goes down. We could always unbolt it too, but I want to see if we unplug it if it changes. So guys, I got a little pick tool. I undid the clip. Now we'll unplug it. And there's no change. Okay, it's only at 1-wire alternator. So we're going to undo this bolt right back here for the alternator and see if our current drops. So I'll be right back. I gotta get, is it 13? Okay guys, got the nut off. Now I'm gonna take this off, this battery cable, and we'll see if this drops. Actually, you can see it already dropping. Look at that. We're down to 0.01 on the low amp. We'll put it back on. Boom, our current draws there. So I think what we're going to do is I'll let the alternator sit on here, and I'll let the charger on, and we'll see if the temperature goes up on the alternator. I'm trying to zero my amp clamp. There we go, got the high one zeroed. We'll put this back on. So we got the high one back on. Let's zero this low amp. I may have just fixed our issue by disconnecting that. Yeah, I think we might have just fixed it. Put our nut back on. Hard to do one-handed. Let's see. Yeah, we still have. It's lower now. It's what? Like 1/8 of an amp. Still really high, 140 millivolts. So I'm just gonna let this sit here. See what happens when we put the battery charger back on. I wonder if maybe it's because I unplugged the alternator too. Not really a change. Yeah, there's not much of a change. Wonder if we can like start it and get the alternator to act up again. See if we can start it real quick. Hopefully my amp clamp doesn't fall. But I thought that was really cool. Let me make sure that that stud's kind of tight by hand at least. Go. Let's see what happens. So I'll have to wait for everything to go back to sleep. So I think it's just like the PCM on this. I don't think this has a BCM. Make sure the key's not mission keeping it awake. Yeah, we're down to 0.8. I wonder if my amp clamp's still zeroed. Back on. Yeah, we still got a draw of 110 millivolts. So I'm going to order another alternator and I'll just let this sit here. We'll see what happens later. So guys, we're back with the truck. Truck's been sitting here most of the day. I just put my amp clamp on. Just check to see if our draw was still there. Let's see, we'll zero the amp clamp. Try it again. So 0.02 is the best we're going to do. We're on a 2 amp scale. And our battery voltage is 12.71. We're on the battery. I'm going to connect back up to this fusible link. There we go, we're on it. Still got 100 millivolt draw. So I'm going to loosen the nut again. nut loose. Take the nut off and we'll take our end off and see if our draw drops again. It's still plugged in. But that wire should only go to the light bulb, I believe. Let's see. Set that there. Pop this off and see if that drops at the same time. And it did. Look at that, we're down to 0.02. Touch it back up. Look at how high that draw went. We're at 303 millivolts. I just stuck it back on by hand. See that? It's on. That is insane. Let's see, can we go on a 500 millivolt scale? So we're 233. Pop this off. I don't know if my amp clamp's zeroed completely. Let's try zeroing it again. Yeah, we're not zeroed. I think this will only zero around 24, 30. So we'll let it there. Yeah, so depending on the connection this makes, changes that. See, we're down to 36. It's off. Yeah, clamp's still on. We'll touch it back on. Boom. We're up to 300. And now we're at a quarter of an amp. It's crazy. So I'm gonna get this alternator on, put the new one on. We'll do the same test. So guys, I almost made a big mistake. So if I take the alternator wire off, I just realized that behind the alternator wire, let's take this off. So behind the alternator, let's see, there was two wires. There's this other wire, like here's the one that goes to the battery. So we'll hold this out of the way or something. We'll pull it up here, that way it can't touch anything. There's another one right here that goes back to, looks like this harness right here. And I don't know what it goes to. I'm gonna have to bring up a wiring diagram. Let's see if we can get a flashlight in here. So that comes back around, touches that bolt right there, and goes around the back. So there's the back of the alternator. There's the wire I was telling you about. Here's the one I took off. So if I move this out of the way and I touch back on the alternator, watch this. We move that back on the alternator right there. We don't have a draw change. So right there, I'll take the wire off while we're looking at this. Boom, no draw change at all with the alternator. Now, if I touch this one back to this, you'll see it'll spark. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see. See that? It sparks now. Now watch. Boom, there's our draw. So I need to find out where these wires go to back here. I actually wonder if it's rubbing on that bolt or something back here too. I did not expect that. Look how high that jumps. Like, it'll go off the screen. I wish this could focus better. But yeah, I did not expect to find that. Every time I touch it, it just spikes off the screen. And then we get a quarter of an amp. Time for a diagram. I'll be back, guys. So guys, got a wiring diagram printed out off the alternator. Move this over here. you'll see it has these two fusible links. One goes to the starter relay, and the other one goes to the power distribution center, it says. So, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to connect this back up. And we're going to have to then move our amp clamp to one of the fusible link wires and see which one has our current draw. Wish I would noticed that earlier. It's really hard to see that wire. There we go. So let's see if we can get our amp clamp in here. Actually, I think we can. Let's see, we'll try the first wire. The first one's not green, so what's the green one? One says black, one says blue, but that's definitely green. Yeah, that's 100%. Unless that's considered black. No, that's definitely green. Unless they were changed before. Let's see. I think it might be easier to get to them back here. Let's see if we can see you guys up here somewhere. Let's see. There you guys go. So we'll go to the first one. Still pulling 100 millivolts right now. Oh, 100. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move you guys real quick. I'm pulling 100 milliamps. Let's see. Okay, so we're on this one right there. That one's not pulling anything. So I'll move to the other one. This one we're at 24 milliamps, which is pretty much a zero setting on this clamp. So let's move over to the other one. Pull this tube out. Maybe. There we go, finally got on it. So we're on the other wire. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think this is the... Yeah, this is the one that looks like green and black. That looks like that might be the one that has our problem. Because we're at 73. me pull this back out and re-zero it, and we'll go back to it. Okay, we're at 24 right now. You guys, that's the one. Looks like it might go to, it goes to a heavy red. So I'm assuming this might go to our power distribution box. I'll do some real research. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to assume this goes to our power distribution box because it says 12 gauge blue and 16 gauge. This is a heavy gauge wire. Yeah, and they're both red on this side. Let's see if you guys can see that. See, they're both red on this side. I really don't like how it has that bolt right there.